So I'm a football coach, so my tone will go up and down when I get excited, and I'm going to try to leave you guys tonight with my enthusiasm for this place. All right, I've been involved in some way, some shape or form in this building for over 38 years. For some of you, that looks old. For some of you, it doesn't look so old. It's a good mix of people. But this has been my place to go my whole life. So when given the opportunity to serve in this building, I had to take it. My wife was like, one more thing to get involved with. Geez, really? And this one means a lot to me, though. So I'm going to go first a little bit about myself and my involvement in this facility, this building, and talk about how it affects me and my family. And then at the same time, we'll go through some slideshows. Been in the community for 42 years. I'm what my mom calls a contributing member of society in Plymouth. 4 generations. So my grandfather graduated from the school in the 30s. My mom and dad, 68 and 70. I'm a Central Middle School alum. I hate saying graduation from middle school because they don't graduate yet, but we're fighting that with my 8th grader right now. And my son was going to go to this school. Then I found out about 5 years ago they were going to close it down, or 6 years ago. So that was devastating to me. It really was. I was actually involved in that meeting because of my affiliation with the Miracle League. I helped construct that piece of property, so I got invited to a meeting when I first heard it, and it tore me apart. That my son, the 4th generation of our family, was not going to be able to go, and my daughter right behind him. So here we are. He can still come to this facility thanks to the people that got behind it. And that means a lot to me. So for me, though, my first memory was when I was about 3 years old, and I don't have a lot of them, kind of dense and stubborn, but I remember my mother running across the court chasing me at my dad's adult recreational game. It was probably back in 79 or 80 when they used to play men's, they still do play men's basketball at nights. But my dad, I remember that. That's my first memory of this place, and my memories continue. So I'm at this field all fall. I'm at this field now all summer with baseball. I'm here, I found myself here in the spring again, now sorting through football equipment and whatnot. So again, I'm here constantly. And it's not just my love, it's my mom and dad's love for this facility. God rest their souls, my grandma and grandfather, and my kids now. They don't know anything else. So this is our goal, to keep it around. And whatever little bit I can do, I will. And so now I'd like to talk to you about how it affects the recreational part, the youth sports mostly. We'll talk about a little bit, it gets into adults, but for me, sports benefits. If you don't know it, I'll explain it to you. Most of us do. Builds healthy bodies. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Getting kids active. I've been coaching now for 21 years, so I've seen a cycle of kids, and we're getting further and further away from that. And this exposure, kids don't play outside as much as they used to. And we are all shaking our head, yes, it's true. And it's not good. Problem-solving skills. Just staying healthy. Everything seems to be organized. So I can't change what happens in the neighborhood, but at least I can give a place here to have organized sports, have a place for them to go, be athletic, create healthy bodies. Discipline. Kids love discipline. And that's the first thing I tell parents every year when I coach. Your kid loves discipline. And they're like, no, not like the way you give it, the way I give it. You know, I can treat kids differently on a football field. It's kind of nice. So I've coached basketball as well and baseball, but kids love it. They are attracted to it. Sports creates that. Environments like this create that. Swimming lessons. Getting in a pool to swim a mile. It's miserable. I don't know how the kids do it. I really don't. They put their heads down. They, and just think now they have like headphones and stuff they can listen to music. We didn't have that. Yeah. I remember just swimming 2 laps in high school. I was terrified. Character, that's well said. I mean, we all know that. Sports builds character. And the adults around them build character. They get to see the good and the bad. Their teammates, what they bring back to their schools, bring back to their households. All that stuff, it can all be developed through sports. Teamwork, that's a no-brainer. Again, leadership skills, that's something that by not playing outside and getting away from it and being more isolated at home, we're seeing a little bit less leadership skills. At least I am. And maybe I'm that guy that, that get off my lawn type of guy. I'm getting older and I'm not, and your generation probably said it about me. But I see it. and giving them an opportunity to be captains, to lead, to be part of their team, to follow leadership. That's another thing. It's just a great benefit. Work ethic. You know, I tell our kids all the time, at 5:30 on an August night, it's pretty hot, and it's a long day. And then when they get done with, then they go to school come September, then it's a really long day. But be proud of that work ethic. Be proud of yourself that you're there. You're doing more than most kids are doing. Again, instilling that. In today's distractions, there's so many. You know, phones, TVs, you know, you name it. Getting out and being with their peers and being around people that love to coach and exposing them to it, you know, that's this facility can grant that. So again, so the benefits are pretty well, you know, I think we all get that. Activities that this building supports, or this facility, I should say, you know, 16 acres, I think is what Don said. I should know that. Football, that's mine. Swimming, basketball, volleyball, football, running, tennis, baseball, you name it. And I don't know why pickleball seems to be a senior sport. It's one of my favorite, and my kids love it. We go down to Florida and they love it. My boy was actually going to ride his bike up here when he found out in August to come up and play with the seniors. So I think that's one of his core values is going to have for this summer is going, hey, I want to go play pickleball. So he enjoys it. Football. See, number 90 right there, that guy now is going to be in 8th grade. So this is from a few years ago. I don't know, you know, I got to wait till longer slides to kind of set it up, but, you know, I don't know where else kids would play. Not a lot of football fields. I've given up 21 years of my, you know, falls for this facility, at this facility for these kids, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. My own child just graduated through the Steeler program. My daughter is in her 5th year. She's going to be in 7th grade. She's a cheerleader. And the community within the community is what I call it. Some people think we're like a little cult. You know, we're really into the program. And it's all volunteer-based. But it's a little community. And unfortunately, one of our players just passed away at a young age in the 20s. And you grow distance from him. I haven't seen his family since probably, you know, I saw him here and there in town. But that community at the funeral was incredible. It was people that they haven't seen in 10, 12, 14 years, but it all started here at this facility. You know, outside in the practice field, grinding it together with the parents and making sure that their kids get to practice on time, get home on time. That's the type of environment. It's not just about wins and losses. There's so much more. OLGC, by the way, Steelers is going on their 42nd year, 1976 it started. Apparently there's a few teams prior to that, but that's when middle school ball went away. So that's how the Plymouth Steelers came into existence. OLGC, I know they've been 35 plus years because, you know, we scrimmaged them when I was a kid. But Our Lady of Good Counsel plays their home games here as well. And have an excellent program. Between the two, you're looking at probably close to 300 kids between cheer and football. And not to mention all the teams that come and visit, the commerce that brings, and a sense of community. Because we have a unique field. We're still natural grass. We are still, all the other teams play at high schools and whatnot. We have our own field, is how I feel. And I'm very proud of it. And we share it with OLGC on Saturdays and Sundays. And if you ever driven by there on that, how many people are in the parking lot? It's crazy. So it's good. Oh, swimming pool. All right. I had some fond memories in middle school with that. 900 regular users, anywhere from toddlers to seniors. It's every day, every day. Not to mention we just got a grant, got it back in February, had it shut down, and brought it back up, and it's in immaculate condition. Swimming instructions for all ages. The availability there is endless. I encourage you guys to look it up. My daughter had swimming classes here, learned how to swim here, and she's continuously still swim today. All certified lifeguards, instructors are all certified. Great program. Cruisers, 45 years in the community. And this is where the younger kids, I believe, start up through the program, and then they develop into older cruisers and onto hopefully, high school, onto college. And I mean, they have a laundry list of kids that have had a great success in swimming. And again, they're spend a considerable amount of time here as well, and they consider this their home. We get 80 to 100 mini cruisers at the pool I guess it would be each year. Basketball. The court is beautiful. It's actually very unique. The way it was constructed, I consider it one of the best basketball courts in the state of Michigan. And the way it has bounce and give, it's very well built, very well constructed, and in great condition. We have various teams that practice here at the facility. And again, anywhere from league to league play to clinics to the YMCA. The gym is, I still think it's underutilized. Continuously, we find more people, and it's great to see. And we want to continue to have, we see now with schools needing more facilities, they seem to pour back into our gym, so it's great. Girls basketball as well. Open rec, I played it for years. It's a great, if you are interested in it, I don't know what night do they do it now? Is it Tuesdays? Yeah, Tuesday night. Yeah, you can do a drop-in fee. I used to play, it's pretty good. They run both courts, and you feel in the morning, the knees and backs, and you start smelling the Bengay in the air. Men's cologne. Pistons Academy. We're going to welcome them this summer, I believe. It's going to be from kindergarten and up. It's great that they found this as their destination for their camp. And again, this is going to be another great thing for us here at the park. Tennis courts and pickleball courts. I'm waiting for them to really, have they moved outside yet? No. All right, they stay inside. It's not warm enough for those Floridians yet. Tennis courts, you see them, I think more and more, I see more and more people using them. It's great. They're an asset. Again, something that, you have 6 courts out there, and again, I'd love to see more people using them. I'd like to see some leagues get set up. Oh, this last weekend, Kids Coalition Against Hunger. So all of the local communities, this is not really a recreational thing per se, but all the organizations got together, Lions and Rotary and Kiwanis and whatnot, and they prepared, I don't know how many tens of thousands of meals. 250,000 meals. And yeah. I'm an AM Rotarian. We participated, I was at a baseball, we got rained out, but we were at baseball on Saturday. I was unable to participate this year. I did the year prior with my whole family, and it's unbelievable. It's a great production. Read about it. I think they're going to do it again next year. This space allows them to do it, which they love, because they have ample amount of room. They set you guys up. They do it again here, where they set us up here, hand washing stations, move you into the gym, and it's pretty impressive. So, the bad. What if we lose the park? To me, I lose my connection to the community. And I'm involved in a lot of different things, but no more than, football is in the fall is my life and has been for 21 years. I played for 4 here at this place. I played 4 at high school. So for 25 years, this field in fall has been my life. Is there other fields? I'd argue that. There's one at the middle school, or there's one at the high school that's artificial turf, and there's one that's grass. They are booked. They are busy. It's hard to get this field space. It's hard to create what we have here. It's very expensive to create what we already have here. So I believe this field needs to stay intact. And that goes for the track as well. There's not very many tracks. So again, I don't want to see the kids of the future, the kids today, and the kids of the past, our alumni still strong, and see them lose this field. The pool, another very expensive thing to replace. It's in great shape. How many are in the community that are such of this? There's 2 other ones really at the high school that are booked. They're not available for senior events. They're not available for just open swim. This is unique, and it's very hard to replicate. Very expensive. Basketball court's great. Volleyball, futsal. These are futsal's indoor soccer. I knew that one, so I'm good. Again, gyms are extremely expensive. Hard to get, hard to rent, hard to find. And we give that availability to people in the community. Tennis courts, the same. They're not around anymore. They're up at the high school. I don't see them as much as you used to. I remember there's still the tennis courts over by 5 in Newburgh. That's a unique one. I drive there when I go to work. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere that Livonia put them in, and they have a huge value. So if they don't have a place to go, I don't know where they go. I don't know where we play our football. I don't know where, the soccer, the lacrosse that's played here. I don't know. I have no answer for that at this point in time. And again, I hope I don't have to prepare for that. So I appreciate your time.